How I grew my trading account from just $3,000 back when I was in high school to over $1 million today over the course of 14 full trading years, 15 partial. What's up, everybody? Erik here. I'm going to walk you through four things. And I think these four things, if you take them seriously, have the capacity to completely change the outlook of your trading portfolio and your future wealth. So I want to walk through these four things. And at the end, I explicitly want to dive into some of the other important investing asset classes that have helped me seriously compound my growth. All right, so first off, save aggressively. This cannot be overstated early on, and it is because the power of compounding interest is amplified by the principal amount of money you have to start. So I want to walk you through visually. This is from investor.gov, and I'm taking an initial principal of $3,000, and I'm forecasting it out over 15 years. And in this scenario, we're adding $0. So that $3,000 at 12% return, which is essentially an average market return, over the course of 15 years will net you $16,420. Sounds pretty lame. I agree. Next, we have the same exact scenario. However, now we're adding just $100 a month. That's it. $100 a month. Same everything else takes you from $16,420 now to $61,156. That's just an additional $100 a month. I think you're starting to get the idea here. However, I don't know about you, but I don't consider $61,000 swimming in money or really too aspirational. So let's amp this up a little bit. Again, everything else is exactly the same. However, now instead of doing $100 a month, we're doing $1,000, and our future value is $463,000, $500,000. Now, I want you to take a step back. If you saw the $100 and you're like, yeah, okay, super doable, let's do that. And then you see the $1,000, you're like, whoa, way too much money. Don't sweat that. The reason why I say don't sweat that is your savings rate should change as you expand and grow in your roles at work, ideally, until you're able to do whatever the fuck else you want. But as you grow in your salary, this is essentially just an average. So early on, I was not putting $1,000 into my account. It literally would have been a third of the entire account that I saved for my entire life up until when I first started. But if I averaged out my contributions, then, we start to have a different conversation. So I want to show you one other of these before we move on. And this one is if we start saving $2,500 a month. I just want to show you that at a $3,000 principal, if you put in $2,500 per month, again at 12% interest, you're a millionaire in 15 years. So this, again, might be a little aspirational for people, but the point being is you might not just be starting with $3,000. All I want to show you is with a low principal amount, but consistent contributions can make a humongous difference over our outlook. Okay, cool. Next thing on this is take risk. So we now know we have to save aggressively, but what do we need to do with that principal in order to make money? You got to take some risk. So on the right-hand side of this is just another compound return calculator. I have the same setup as before. However, here's the difference. We're not adding in any additional money, but I slashed the rate of return from 12% down to 6%. So this is at a 6% return. Same everything else, and notice we walk out with $7,200. However, at a 12% return, I want you to notice something very important. We more than double. So even though this is only double the rate of return from 6 to 12%, which is still 12% market average, depending on what time frame you pick, but we've more than doubled the future value. That is compounding returns working away. If you are young, you should be open to risk. I truly wish I was more receptive to risk. Now, once you decide to start getting in, that's for passive investors. If you want to passive invest, that's a great way to go. But if you're interested in really accelerating this time frame in a pretty big way, we got to get a little more active. So this is where these things come into play. On the left-hand side is my trading plan. On the right-hand side is actually a snapshot from a bunch of back testing that I'm doing right now. You got to start tracking this stuff. So if you decide to start trying to trade actively, I have a couple videos that will be of extremely use to you on trading plans, trading logs, strategy outlines, how to get documentation and good notes so that you can become a better trader and ultimately find yourself closer to this kind of thing. This on the bottom left-hand side is taking an initial principal of $3,000, again, 15 years ago. We're adding $1,500 per month. However, the return is 22%. How did I pick 22%? Well, my compound annual growth rate right now over the last 14 years is 22.8%. So this is an unlimitedly and very achievable rate of return for people who take this seriously. If you half-ass it, you will not even beat the market. You probably won't even be profitable. But if you take it seriously, I am nothing special. I've done nothing special. I'm not that smart. So if I can get to something like this, other people most certainly can. I'm not in the US investing championships like Mark Minervini with 300% returns on a year. That's not what this is. This is steady, consistent returns over a moderate period of time with relatively moderate savings, again, relative to where you're at in your career progression. And if you'll notice on this alone, without touching anything else, we're at 1.6 million. Now, notice how this is about investing in various assets. This is a wire in that I got this year from a rental property that I sold. This is why spreading into other asset classes is super important when it becomes available to you. So this is why I got into things like angel investing, real estate, like you see here with rental properties, but also selling the properties when it makes sense to me. So by using your capital in different areas, you get to take advantage of different market conditions and make buku bucks. Get out there, make some money. Money cannot buy you happiness. Poverty can't buy you shit. So make some money. You'll probably be happier. Until next time, be an outlier. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. See you guys.